Some of them had to learn our languages. They went to our villages. They built churches. They built schools for us. Brought us to school, trained us. Now they are gone. That's why we are Christians. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That is what is called missions, organic church planting. So all these things that our churches are doing, and they are struggling over Nigeria. In fact, one of my sons in Texas, we were talking one time. I went to his church. I did some conference, some training for him, because some of these trainings I'm doing, I'm even beginning to be selective, because there are some places that they don't even want to change at all. I did some trainings for him, and once I said, okay, how is it going? And he said to me, yeah, that some people left the church, and that the reason many people are not coming to church is because we don't have Nigerians around. We know where we are. We don't have Nigerians there. So I said, are there human beings there? He said, because, for example, all the other redeemed churches around the place, that any Nigerian that come from he now said that the people that come from Nigeria, when they come, they don't come to settle in that area. So it's like a lot of churches in Texas, they are just there waiting to receive new people traveling from Nigeria there. So what have they done? They create structures of helping you to settle down, helping you to do so that's those are the structures, how to settle down, get the papers done, because they are a receiving church of people coming from Nigeria. And of course, the Nigerians who are just going to America, they don't know how the place will be. They need all the help they can get. So, and that is the way they are catching. Now, some of them, the growth has slowed down. The reason is because the visa lottery for Nigeria has ended.
Yes.
So the trove is no more there. In fact, the church in Columbus, the RCC church in Columbus, that was a big problem for them, because they said, now that the visa has ended, and they don't know where they will get their members from vacation. Are you getting it? I hope this is not the kind of church that Word Assembly will plant. So are you following so far? Yeah. So and we're not doing well as a people, because over the years God has given to Nigeria so much. God has given the Nigerian church so much, but it's like we are not willing to share with outsiders, so that everywhere we go, we are still keeping this thing to ourselves. One thing that I have to advise myself with, because it's tempting, because Nigerians are better givers when it comes to giving, and their kind of giving too is not good, because Nigerians can give everything to you, but after giving you, they will hold your throat. Because many Nigerians don't give, they trade. Nigerians give to get. But when an American, because of the budget, because of everything, may not give you as much as a Nigerian will give you. But if he decides that he will give you $10 every month, it can be done for the rest of his life. Even after he dies, his part is in the will. When I die, continue to give $10. So a lot of those churches can make their budgets, because they know the money that is coming in. You understand what I'm saying? So they can plan. A Nigerian guy can come today, go and steal money and give half to the church. And if tomorrow nothing is working, you come and say, Pastor, where is the anointing now? So, praise God. So we haven't done well. But I believe that, because, let me ask you a question. I'm talking about America. What is the American church learning from the Nigerian church that went to America? Maybe nothing. but we are not operating with them. So, but the first point here is that a sending church, a multiplying church. Now, I think I should define that a little bit. Now, when I said that Jerusalem Church is a growing church, it is one church that believes in numerical increase. So we call them mega, super mega. And we measure their greatness by how many. The Jerusalem Church was like that. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. Okay? Do we have such mega churches in Nigeria? Mega, big, massive. 30,000, 50,000. That is it. But the truth is that, the real truth is that, no pastor, okay, let me not say it so emphatically, but at least I know one man of God, Francis Chan, that was sharing yesterday. Francis. How many of you have heard about Francis Chan? Okay, Francis Chan had a church, 3,000 members church. More than. California. 3,000 member church. And he came to a point and he just came to the church and said that he's not feeling too good because he realizes that he cannot pastor more than 200 people. Because the church is doing great, they have money, everything. He said, but all of you are happy with this church that I cannot even certify how many of you will go to heaven. And I'm supposed to give an account for your lives. I can't even give an account for your life. You know what he did? He resigned from the church, completely gave the church out to the assistant pastor, completely, and left the church. And after some months, started another church, another movement. And right now, the new movement is that no church should be more than 200 people. Because he cannot pastor more than 200. So by the time the church is getting to 200, they split. And another one starts. So they are planting, and they call it macro churches. Planting macro churches everywhere. And they are trying as much as possible not to build church buildings. Trying as much as possible to use people's homes that are big, or use places where people go to. Making the church not to look like a church. You know what I mean by that, right? Yeah. Those churches that have big cross on top of it, they are taking that away. Making the church not to look like a church, a place where anybody would like to come. I'm not saying I support that 100%, but at least it's radical enough. At least there is something that is driving somebody. Because one of his philosophy is that we are spending too much in church management and church administration. That if we can cut that down, we'll have much money for missions. And there's too much money put into managing a church in America with the space, a church of 10,000 people, the space they occupy, the money that is needed to manage it is enough to save 10,000 souls somewhere else. So it's how can we cut that away? Radical thoughts.
Oh yeah. I mean, they need to check out Francis Chan.
Yeah.
Something else.
Radical thoughts. So that's it.
Something else.
They are spreading like wildfire. They are giving like crazy. But they have so much money available that they can free up because it is not eaten up by bottlenecks. Crazy giving. Huh? Chan. C-H-A-N. Francis Chan. C-H-A-N. If you see him, you won't think he's a pastor anyway. Because every time you see him with a t-shirt with hoodie. Even if you invite him to preach, he's going to wear his hoodie. So, praise God. So are you here today? Are you still here today? So A sending church is a multicultural. That is, a multicultural church is a church that absorbs everybody. A church that has a place for different cultures and they are allowed to thrive. A church that see people by Christ and not by their tribes. A church that focuses on Christ and not on the language you speak. Amen. Number 2, Acts 11. I'm taking most of my teaching from Acts 11. At least you know by now that I'm a contextual preacher. Acts 11 verse 26. Okay, we just read verse 20 and 21. Now look at verse 26. It will be good if I don't open your Bible beside you to help. So, number 2, a multiplying sending church is a restoring church. A multiplying sending church is a restoring church. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. When he found who? Oh, remember that this Jerusalem church, they get problem. Remember that when the wave of the revival that was taking place in Antioch, all right, when the wave spread, remember that other Jews have scattered, planted churches in other places. They didn't send anybody to go and check how they are doing. But they called Barnabas. We hear that some people are in Antioch and they are doing a multicultural church. So they sent Barnabas to go and check them out. Because it was on them. Antioch, they sent somebody to go and check out no other place. So Barnabas came. And when Barnabas got to Antioch, he was mesmerized. Thank God it was Barnabas they sent. Because Barnabas was referred to as a good man. So he was a good man, son of consolation, who had a liberal heart. And when he came, all he saw was Jesus. So the journey that should have lasted for maybe 1 week, lasted for 1 year. The guy didn't go back. So within that period, he remembered Paul. So he now went to Tarsus quickly to look for Paul, who got saved and was almost killed in Damascus, and got to Jerusalem. And the Jerusalem church could not protect him. The guy had to run for his life. And within that period, God was dealing with him. So Barnabas now went to look for him. He saw Paul, encouraged him, and brought him. And when he came to Antioch, the same Paul that was not accepted in Jerusalem was accepted in Antioch. And Bible said for a whole year, Paul joined the teaching team. And so the first download of the anointing of Paul was in Antioch. Bible said the church multiplied.